Since the past month, the world has changed dramatically, and we're not talking about a cyclical change, we're talking about a secular change. Essentially, the United States has departed from a global trading, economic and financial system itself has created and supported over decades. And businesses are trying to understand what this new landscape will look like and how they can best adapt to it. It is the companies that are more flexible and they have the more creative leadership that are going to benefit from this. Make no mistake, there are going to be winners and losers. The winners are those who are going to quickly adapt to the change. The hard part of this is to accept that change has already happened. One cannot hope for things to go back where they were a year or two ago. Obviously, the impact of artificial intelligence will have vast geopolitical significance. However, what is playing out, the clash between the US and China and the breaking of that codependent relationship, it is the changing and breaking of that relationship that will have repercussions that will echo for the next few decades. From governments, what I expect to see is a reduction as much of the kind of red tape, and they need to be as business friendly as possible. Those times supporting businesses is going to be crucial for their own long-term growth. There are times when we must assess the risks of deregulation, and there are times when we must assess the risks of regulation, of too much regulation. And I think we're now in the latter category. We need to be thinking in a more deregulatory way, because that's the only way you can help your companies be more competitive. Supply chains are of the utmost importance here, and they need to consider their cost, because a hit to growth will probably impact their margins. So they need to consider costs, and they need to consider how they can implement AI to trim costs now. They would also need to consider financial leverage and their whole financial position. This is a world where future rates are very unpredictable. The next step is not going back to the drawing board, but rather erasing the drawing board and starting anew. Behave as if they know nothing of the world, and ask the questions that are going to form the picture of the world as it is, not as they knew it. If they do this, then they have a better chance of developing competitive strategies, and that will help them to prepare for what's next.